You
You know,
should do
take off
it.
and
You should do it once a week.
once a week.
Mhm.
Okay, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm cool with that. Um, so what we kind of talked about last time, cause we kind of covered so many bases, right? You know what I'm saying on the
Mhm.
subject and different things, right? So I actually can't remember where we left off at, what how we ended it, but
Well,
um,
I would like to know why they send inmates so far away from their families. Like we had to drive 6 and 7 hours to see you for 20 years, and you could
yeah,
be closer.
yeah. That's on a lot of people. They weren't supposed to do it. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I think I got some type of law. I have to look it up. I think I have some law material on that, saying that by law they don't supposed to do it, but they do it anyway. Because whatever region you in, that's where they're supposed to send you at. You know what I'm saying? Which is closer to home. So you're in region. I think it's in region 2 or 3. You're supposed to be kept in this region. Like, for instance, Central Florida, DeSoto, Avon Park, Hardy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Charlotte, in the surrounding area. So they don't supposed to send you that far, but they do. You know what I'm saying? Wherever bed space available, that's what I look at it. You know what I mean? And then I think it's uh, just a form of punishment too. I think. You know what I'm saying? If you
Right.
from here, I'm gonna send you, farther up, make it hard on your family, things like that. So it's just, they got their reasons for it.
That's
And,
that's
but
that's
I
prob-
think,
that's probably is the reason.
yeah. Ultimately, I lean towards punishment than anything else. Just to make it hard for you and your family. So
Wow.
yeah, like I said, I think I got something written on. I got to look through the my legal work and see uh, to add some significance to the discussion. You know what I'm saying? I can provide that if I can find it.
Right. So listen,
Um,
after 27
what's
years,
up?
you finally got transferred close to home. What did that do to your morale? Like, how did it help you mentally and spiritually?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was very helpful. Um, because know the connection of actually, because I'm Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. I'm from Arcadia, so being closer to the home, that's a connection. Being born and raised in this particular county, so that was, it's a connection there. Um, just being close to the family. Um, other than, I was to go, I'm gonna go so far as say my roots. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
In Arcadia, where I'm from, I was practically, born and raised. I was raised in Arcadia, so just being home, just physically being, incarcerated, but yet being to the house, to the being home in the county. So yeah, it's beneficial. I mean, it's more so, mentally, it's relaxing, it's a comforting because um, just being home, is more so with my family. You know what I'm saying? Make it a lot better on them on the travel. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, on the travel and the traveling expenses. You know what I mean? Make it a lot easier for the family.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, it take a load off everybody's shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
sure does. It sure does. Do they ever explain to y'all why? I know sometimes they change things for convenience, but why they change the visitation rules? Like, older people are not computer savvy, so now you got to go on the computer to sign up to visit people. Do they ever like say, "Hey, you guys, this is what's gonna happen now. Make sure you explain it to your family so they understand that you can't just show up on Saturday and Sunday visit. You gotta make an appointment, and it has to be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday by 5. All of that."
Yeah,
Yeah. Do they
yeah,
explain to y'all?
yeah. I mean, we get that towards like. I mean, it's something they discuss for the system, and you know what I mean. The the Department of the correction, however they, you know what I'm saying, the higher ups or whatever. and if it trickled down to institutional level, then it finally trickled down to us. It got to us through email, and so yeah, they kind of forewarned us of what's going to transpire. But I think a lot of that changed during COVID. When COVID happened, when the lockdowns and falls, um, everybody,
Oh yeah,
being separated. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The COVID
Uh,
kind of switched the system up. When the COVID hit, that kind of like they implemented that, right? So when they implemented that, and then technology, you know what I'm saying? They had the
right.
technology advance, so that came in effect with that. So it's kind of getting. I think it boiled down to being more up to date. You know what I'm saying? More up to speed with the technology, innovation, the technology
Yeah,
they got. So
yeah.
they want to implement that into the system. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's no longer just coming up, and then they want to for security reasons, I think as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Be more, tighten the reins on that. So
Well, okay.
that was the few reasons. But I think COVID, when that hit, that when that change was implemented. You know what I'm saying? Or uh, what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of the other stuff, you know what I mean, for um, calling up and making pre-arranging for visitations. I think that was kind of like for security reasons too, but just to have more control.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Have more control on keeping track of things like that. So, uh, but that then that go hand in hand with the technology that they have. Just to have that to go hand in hand with that. You know what I mean?
right.
So
Did y'all have anybody
they
die in prison during
even
COVID?
though they still behind time now because the tablets that we got in comparison with tablets with guys out of state. You know what I mean? Other states, right? They have these tablets more advanced, right? We got the basic minimum of apps on our tablet. Well, we
Hmm.
can't we don't have the apps where we can explore like get online and uh Facebook and things like that. We have we don't have the visitation. We don't have the phone on the tablet. We have just the basic things. So they still behind time on uh in comparison with I want to see a competition with the
Hmm.
tablets whatever. They're still behind time and we want to make comparison with other states. You know what I mean? We don't have the resources or the access to what other prisons have. You know what I mean? So they still, but they definitely they dinosaur. They behind time prehistoric still on that. They slow about doing that, and I think that's on purpose. That's by design.
It
Just to
could
keep
be.
us.
And with well, let me go back to my other question I had.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
have anybody
yeah,
died
yeah.
during COVID?
I don't know for certain, but I know the institution I was at Wakulla at the time, so a couple guys died from that.
Wow.
Um, one guy I knew well not you know we worked together in the kitchen, and we had I wouldn't say like a friendship, but we was cool, right? And
Hmm.
he ended up dying for complications for COVID. You know what I mean? And the other guys that obviously I didn't know, these was older guys. You know what I'm saying? That ended up dying from it. Uh, and I was at Wakulla at that particular time. So yeah, guys, it's definitely people definitely getting sick and um, some people die from it, you know. But me personally, I've caught it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with it, um, but it wasn't that severe. You know what I'm saying? Real light, real. I was able to fight it off and get medical treatment, whatever. You know. But yeah, I experienced it firsthand. But like I said, not that severe in that fashion. Yes, it was serious. You know what I'm saying? It was, and
Hmm.
they, as far as the institution, they took it serious. You know what I'm saying? It was real, which was surprising, but they took care of, making sure that you had that you had the chemicals for it. They was taking care of their dorms. You know what I'm saying? So they for spraying the mattresses and things like that. They did what they could, right, to minimize the the threat of COVID.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh. So what you been preparing before we come to see you for the first time? What you been doing? How you been
Well,
getting ready for the visit?
yeah. I've been I just shaved, right? I just shaved, and you know what I'm saying. Got myself together, you know what I'm saying. Got my bald head shining, you know what I'm saying. My bald head ready, you know what I'm saying. Got my little, shave, got right, got prepared, you know what I'm saying. That's, I had to manscape, right. I had to get right. I had to get right, you know what I'm saying. Cause that's what I do. I try to, stay on point, stay groomed, right, stay presentable at all times. So. Uh, I had to go and get it right because I'm looking forward to see y'all, hug y'all, you know what I'm saying, smooch on y'all a little bit, you know what I mean, because it's been so long since I
Yeah.
seen y'all, laid eyes on y'all, been around y'all, so, uh,
So I heard that I think they said we couldn't bring I don't know, I'm just gonna bring my ID, but I think they said
yeah,
we couldn't bring money. So they don't
yeah,
pay for pictures. How you pay for pictures? They don't do the pictures no more?
yeah, you have to bring a debit card, a Mastercard or a debit
Oh
card, something like that.
wow.
Yeah, no more physical cash.
Okay.
Yeah, no more cash. So I guess by the debit card, they run us, they can scan it from the card or what have you. At visitation.
I don't shoot. I don't trust them with my debit card.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to. But this my first time, so I think see what's going on up there. As I'm up there, see how things operate.
Right.
Um, see what's going on. But
Yeah.
yeah, from what I heard, it'd be a packed event. And, there'll be a lot of people out there, so gotta find a nice area, find a nice spot, though. Buckle down and relax in.
We'll be outside.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can have the option to be inside or outside. I mean, either one. It's a little cool out there, so I don't know if it's gonna be cold in the morning. It was cold. It was cool this morning.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Still a little cool out there right now, even though the sun out. But
Oh,
yeah, so I talked to Jay. I talked to Jay. I think it was Monday.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was able to talk to him. I talked to him the week before that too. So I told him, he don't have to really, really stretch himself to put money on the phone because I know that ain't, that ain't really easy to come by right
Oh,
now.
if you had called 30 minutes earlier, you would have talked to Adriana. She was just here. She just left.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
dang. What's up?
Mhm.
What up? How's she doing?
She's doing good. Her Roman came over here to
Yeah.
help me plant some stuff. I'm trying to grow my own garden. We gonna need it.
Oh, oh really?
Yep.
So what you trying to put in the garden? What you got back there?
Well, I got a blueberry tree. I got a peach, a plum tree, mango tree.
Oh really?
But
What?
yeah, but I'm growing out. She gave me some seeds, some basically some herbs and
Yeah.
watermelon seeds, and I got green
So you got a
onions growing too.
so you got a fruit garden. You ain't got no vegetable garden. You got a fruit
Right.
garden
So now
going.
I'm doing the vegetables and the herbs. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. She
That's
came
what's
help with
up.
the vegetables. Mhm.
Well, you still in the same place, right?
Yep.
All right. So your backyard big enough for all that. You got a huge backyard.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. That's what's up. Ain't nothing like being self sufficient, man. Growing your own. You know
We
what I'm
gonna
saying?
have to be
Agriculture.
with this world, with this new world order. We gonna have to grow our own stuff. I need to get
Yeah.
some chickens too.
Yeah. That is. I mean, at heart, now you've been living in the city, for a long time, like Orlando, but you move around a lot. But I think at heart, you're a country girl at heart
Oh
now.
yeah. So, but I
Okay.
probably won't get no chickens. But yeah, true that. Cause you gotta clean up and you know that's like
Yeah.
a cat or something.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
So.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But the vegetables, is good. You know, they hold you down.
Mhm.
Uh,
I can trade with
Stuff
people,
like that.
barter with them.
Huh?
I can trade people for vegetables for
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things.
Right. Indeed. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are
That's
definitely
what's
going
up.
on that system for the future.
you sound like you was able to see this particular time coming, even though it's scripturally written. It's scripturally written that you know times like this is it's coming, is inevitable, right?
Right.
So you have to be able to prepare for it and look for it and recognize it when it's actually here, in front of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a debate about this guy. He a huge Trump supporter,
Wow.
and yeah, I'm talking about I'm talking about he almost fanatical with it. Uh, and we had this debate. He always on the radio, boom, 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 and you know, saying this and saying that. I said, man, we talking about the price of things Trump doing, but I'm like, man, listen, you have to get the real deal on what's going on out here in society, man. Call your mom, call your dad, call your auntie, call your cousins on the phone and get the real deal from these. Hear some voices, hear real time, real people in real time. Stop
Mhm.
getting off these radios that's favoring Trump. You know what I'm saying? That's actually, they Trump supporters themselves, so they gonna always give you their view, their perspective
Exactly.
on what's going on. Right. So get on the phone and call your mom and ask about these gas prices and these food prices and these housing and infrastructure and all these other things that's running everybody crazy out here in the real world, right? Um,
Mhm.
so he got pissed off with me. He didn't want to talk to me no more. So
Mhm.
which was cool. You know what I mean? Because you can't approach me saying all this nonsense. You just want to get on the phone and get in touch with the real world.
Mhm.